All right, guys, welcome to this growth study. So in today's breakdown and free training, we're going to be going over how we generated over $3 million in sales from email marketing using KLAVIYO in just 6 months for this e-commerce brand. Going to reload this video here, refresh the results so you know that this is legit. Year to date, I'm going to pause it. This is January to June and probably about a couple days into July here, but over $3 million in sales, $1.2 million in revenue from campaigns, and I believe $1.7 million from flows. So in today's case study and breakdown, I'm going to show you exactly how we achieve this and what we're going to be breaking down today. Before we do dive into that is, who are we? Why should you listen to us? Well, guys, my name is Jordan Bazouzi. I'm the CEO and founder at New Reach Media. We're an e-commerce growth partner, right? Not the typical quote unquote ads agency. So we specialize in not only paid traffic, retention marketing, conversion rate optimization, and user generated content. If you go on our website, there's actually a links page where you can actually access a ton of these free different trainings and case studies, whether it is through Facebook ads, Google ads, email marketing, SMS marketing, conversion optimization, and UGC. But we are very, very skilled growth marketers and a team of 15 team members. What we're going to be cutting through and diving into today, guys, is before working with us, after working with us, what everything looked like, list building. So actually how we help them continuously build a list for an 8-figure brand, how we segment the audience for them, how we actually started to increase their email deliverability and things for you guys to keep an eye on, flow stacking, campaign curation, and the final results overall. So before working with these guys, again, this is the same time period the year before, January, February, not writing any emails, March, April, May, June. We've been working with these clients with this client for upwards of 12 months, and only within the last 6 months did they actually trust us to take over their email marketing. Everything was handled in-house before, but as we scaled with their traffic, their team could not handle the volume of campaigns and the iterations of flows that were needed to maintain performance at this scale. So I believe it was just honestly one person working on the entire account in terms of copywriting, creating the designs for emails, etc. So our main focus coming into this was properly segment their list, because that was one thing I didn't think that their current email girl had the time to do, revamp the campaign and flow structure, and then obviously increase scale while maintaining efficiency. So below you can see the corresponding graph, like I mentioned, from January to June 2022. Performance was actually still extremely good. 26% of revenue is coming through campaigns, 72% of that revenue came through flows, overall $175,000 generated in that time period. After going ahead and working with us, you can see a few of the differences here. So I'm going to pause these videos after us taking over the last 6 months. Not only do we have a ton of data to break down and show you how we did this, guys, but I want to show you on the graph from January to June throughout this time, even in months of generating over $2 million in total sales, we never dropped below 26% in terms of monthly attributed revenue to email. So you can see in January, they did around 1.9 million in sales, 430,000 of that revenue came through emails. And you can see the list sort of carrying on here in terms of growth. And so by the time they did around, 1.5 million in unattributed revenue, I'm actually reading these numbers incorrect. This is not 1.5 in total revenue. That's like actually on top. So in January, they did around 1.5 million, and 430,000 of that came directly through email and SMS. And you can see the number of recipients here as well, and actually how that increased. So in February it was 2.4, March it was 2.7, April was 2.9. In May we had 3.8 million recipients, and in June we had 4.9, right? So how are we actually increasing this? Let's dive into this, guys. So list building, right? Building a list without busting margins. So coming off of Q4, our main goal here, or before coming off of Q4, they were acquiring around 15,000 subscribers weekly, and with obviously Q1 and Q2 being a little bit slower, it's still amazing to see that even starting into Q3, we are still regaining speed, and the average around like 13,000 subscribers every week. We managed to do this without some sort of crazy 20% welcome offer eating away at our margins. How? You need to start thinking from your customer's perspective, what's in it for them, and that's what you need to be asking yourself. So again, you can just see like sort of the growth chart here. In December, we had 17,000 signups in that week. It slowly drifts down into Q1, and then back into May, we're kind of picking back up to around 15,000, and really pushing it in June. It was around like 14,000 subscribers a week to the website, which is amazing. And then these are the sort of things you guys can think about in terms of implementing. Obviously, just different examples for different brands here, but different ways that you can, like I said, think about building your list without busting the margins. Right now, segmenting your list. Now, the main benefit of audience segmentation, guys, is that it's going to allow you to have a higher delivery rate and higher relevance to the people that you're actually sending the emails to, leading to increased engagement, conversion rates, etc. And by grouping your customers on a shared characteristics behavior preference, right, you can tailor those messages and the products that you're going to be showing them in each individual audience. And this targeted approach allows us to build a much stronger relationship with our customers customers in terms of improving customer satisfaction, retention, ultimately higher revenue for your brand is what we're focusing on doing here. Now, segmenting your list, here's the top 7 audience segments that we're always going to be like immediately segmenting on pretty much every single brand that we work with. And I have these broken down here, but I'm not going to walk you through them individually. New subscribers, obviously first time buyers, right? So segmenting those people that have purchased that first time, repeat buyers, 2 or more orders, high value customers, right? So a lot of brands have some people that, hey, they've been spending a lot of money with your brand. You need to be segmenting those people individually and hitting them with special VIP offers, things like that. Abandoned cart, inactive customer / win back series, really important. Engaged non-buyers, and then like specific SKUs. This works really well if you're like a supplement brand, a skincare brand, something like that, where you can understand, okay, someone has bought product A, we need to be upselling and focusing them and putting them down a rabbit hole of product B, C, D, and E, right? In terms of being able to upsell them on different products and get them maximize your list. So in terms of deliverability, guys, I'm gonna quickly pause this. You can see like the increase in pretty much every single number here. Obviously, unique opens, unique clicks, total bounces makes sense, right? We're obviously 19 million different recipients total. That's about 19 million individual people that we sent emails to. Spam complaints, 3.3 thousand, not bad considering we're talking about 19 million emails here. And then unsubscribed, 64,000, again, not too bad as well, 44% increase. But we understand that as we obviously scale, and this is an 8-figure brand, these numbers are generally not too bad in reality. So how are we doing this, right? So let me back this up here. How are we doing this, right? Verifying your sending domains, right? Making sure that they're properly set up with KLAVIYO. This is really, really important. The setting up the SPF, DKIM, these are small things on the back end. Maintaining a healthy list, right? Regularly making sure that we're cleaning our subscriber list from unengaged subscribers, bounced emails, etc. Segmenting the audiences like we just spoke about, because guys, there's no point in moving forward in anything else if we do not go over email deliverability. If your emails are going to spam, there's no point in you sending emails. Monitoring your metrics, right? Making sure like, okay, how much are we actually landing into the bounce rate, things like that. Avoiding spammy content, certain words, phrases, get money now, you know, like some BS like that, but as well as warming up your IP. So if you're sending from a dedicated IP, which you generally do want to do, it really is important to make sure you actually warm that up properly in terms of gradually moving a lot of your engaged subscribers over there to making sure that you maintain a positive email reputation. Now, in terms of flows, guys, over the last 6 months, we generated $1.77 million, a 23% increase from the year prior directly from our email marketing flows, which is pretty much averaging $1 per subscriber, which is an amazing KPI to strive for. Now, what are we doing here, guys? Our 6-step flow build. All right, I'm going to break these down really quickly. Go ahead and pause the video and read through them individually. Set clear goals and objectives, right? Super important, obviously, in terms of defining those clear KPIs, segmenting your audiences, personalizing the content to those audiences, optimizing email timing and frequency. So how many times are you sending emails every single week, and when are you sending these, right? Finding out the sweet spots for your customer base, utilizing A/B testing, right? So not only are you going to be utilizing A/B testing for like the actual emails, etc., doing the exact same thing for email timing and frequency, and then monitor and analyzing the performance metrics, right? So always making sure at the end of the month, you guys are going through reading all of the metrics, actually being able to understand them and make decisions off of those and be able to pivot moving forward. And then quickly, guys, if you want to go ahead and pause your screen, I actually screenshotted some of the top performing flows that we're using right now. So our welcome series, kind of how it's segmented out, customer thank you flow, a browse abandonment flow, check out abandonment flow, and customer win back flow, guys. Super easy to implement. Obviously, these are just sort of like the when we send these emails and kind of how they're set up. You can see the timing individual breakdowns right there. So campaign curation, guys, $1.2 million generated from campaigns this year, 67% increase year over year, and 139% increase in recipients year over year. So how did we do this, right? Well, very simple. I have a few metrics, guys, and some tips on how you can improve not only the average open rate, the click-through rates, but your revenue per recipient. Make sure you go ahead and pause the screen, read through all of these. I don't want to read through all of them individually, but obviously they are super important, as these are basically the 3 main metrics that we're tracking and thinking about when it comes to email marketing and optimizing for our clients. So I wanted to keep this video nice and short, guys, give you some actionable steps in this video. Again, make sure that you can go back, pause the video on things like this, actually implement or read these and understand them yourself, because again, I don't want to sit here and walk you through what I've already written down. The goal here is to have you understand why we're implementing these sort of things and how to actually implement them, right? Because I don't need to actually walk you through what type of emails to create for your brand. That's very specific. But if you do want to work with our team to help you grow your brand, apply below this video, whether it is for paid advertising, retention marketing, email and SMS, conversion rate optimization on your website, or user generated content. Make sure that your brand is doing anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000 a month minimum to make sure that you can apply for this. And if not, below the link to this video as well will be a link to our inner circle. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed this free training. I hope we can go ahead and chat about this further, specifically perhaps with your brand. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.